I'm not saying don't plan, okay? I'm saying that not everything can be planned.
Faith without action is a reckless claim. Stop calling it culture, can you? Hi sayang! So, welcome back to another episode of Rasha Sayang Podcast. I'm Mel. And I'm Rose. So today we will be discussing about a very touchy and very spicy topics. It is having children without planning. Yep, especially this idea that are really popping up in our culture these days, stating that children are a blessing. So, or in Malay, anak itu rezeki. So, but like, what kind of rezeki are we really talk about when you're living paycheck to paycheck, stressed out, and also having your kids barely eat for dinner, right? Yes, so we have three special guests today to break it down for us. Please welcome Hanis, Shasha, and Amir.
Hi.
So, Amir, let's start with you. Okay, you said something earlier on your Instagram that really sparked some controversy. You said we shouldn't worry too much about being financially stable before having a children. Amir stated that children come with their own blessing. So, Amir, can you enlighten our viewers today?
Yes, I still believe it. If you want to wait until you are ready, emotionally, financially, or whatever, you might never have kids. Sometimes you just have to faith in God. That's how it works to our parents though. They used to have 12 children and they live just fine.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I really have to say something here. That mindset, it's dangerous. You're basically gambling with another human being's life and future. This isn't about you feeling ready. It's about whether you are prepared to actually raise a child with quality.
But not everything is about money, Shasha. Some people raise amazing kids with very little.
Yes, and some people also don't. I'm not going to romanticize poverty just because someone made it work. For every one family that survives, there are 5 more that are barely surviving, struggling to feed their children. That's not resilience, that's neglect dressed up as a tradition. I'm so tired of men like Ami keep on saying just have faith in God. But there are literally women who work 3 jobs, juggling with 3 jobs while supporting their kids at home. Faith without action is a reckless claim. Stop calling it culture, can you?
So, Shasha, I can feel your frustration. So, let's dig into it. What are you seeing in the real life that makes you feel this way?
Well, I grew up in a low-income community. I've seen kids, brilliant, creative, full of potential, drop out of schools at 13 because their parents couldn't afford tuition fees. Some were left at home and take care of their younger siblings while the parents worked 2 jobs. And yet, those same parents would still have another child. Why? Because they believe more kids equals more blessing.
Okay, and that's the cultural narrative that we're not allowed to question.
Exactly. But someone has to because while people like Amir are romanticizing big families, the reality is those kids are the one who suffer, not him. Not the father, the kids and the mother. It's always the mother who ends up burnt out, depressed, or invisible.
I'm not saying don't plan, okay? I'm saying that not everything can be planned. Sometimes these things just happen. You have to leave space for God to work too.
But some things just happen because people let it happen. Are you using protection? Are you using birth control? Or are you just hoping that your wife will figure it out on her own?
Okay. Thanks. Both of you share good points. From I see from my clinic, some of parents are really try their best, while others just didn't have any right information or support. Family planning doesn't mean to rejecting blessing. It means that making sure mother and child is in healthy condition and fair in chance of thrift.
I'm tired of the word faith being an excuse to cover up laziness. You don't get to make babies and then call it rezeki while doing nothing to actually provide for it. That's not rezeki, that's reckless.
Okay, look, it is easy to sit there and talk about planning and protection, but some of us didn't grow up talk about that. I personally was raised to not have conversation about condoms or birth control. It just you get married and having a child. That's all. And yes, I got their point. I really do. But it feels like everyone's at things like planning is easy. Like all men are out of ignoring reality. Sometimes we are just doing what we know, and what we know isn't always perfect, but it's real.
I'm not trying to attack anyone, okay? But it makes me so angry when men like Amin keep on saying that just have faith in life. They always treat like this life phase is like another phase to tick off. Meanwhile, mothers are literally breaking down, raising children without any moral support. And yet, men, like they always do, God will provide. Okay, I get it. Yes, children are a blessing, only if you treat them like one.
Hanis, I have seen you being quiet, but I can see you are processing right now. So, what are your thoughts about this? Honestly, I see where both of you are coming from. I've met women who are really tired, not because they don't love their kids, but because they had baby after baby with no breaks, no helps. People just told them to keep going. It's not about judging anyone. We just want to make sure families know their option before they're making big choice. That way, the kids can grow up healthy and happy, and the parents can cope better. I see. So it's just not about blame, right? It's about understanding what we say. Yes. When parents are too tired and don't have enough, the children are affected emotionally, physically, and even at school. It's not that the parents don't love them. They just don't have the energy or support. That's why planning and support matters so much.
But Hanis, not everything in life can be planned perfectly. Some people just do the best they can with what they have. Isn't there room for faith?
Of course, faith is important, but having faith doesn't mean you are don't prepare. You can still believe things will work out. At the same time, take steps to help your family. That's not talk, that's love. And we also need to talk about how pregnancy affects women's bodies. I have seen women who never get to rest between births. They are not weak. They are just tired and doing what they were told to do. They keep going but not checks on them. Oh yeah, and the kids too. I have seen students who goes to school without breakfast, without schoolwork, or even shoes. Simply, when I ask them, they simply say because their parents couldn't afford them. It's not because their parents are bad parents, but it's because the parents are just overwhelmed.
And then we act surprised when those kids grow up struggling. We call them lazy, we blame them, but we fail them from the moment we brought them into this world without a plan.
Now guys, let's get back to Ami. After everything we've been shared, what are you thinking now?
I think I've been looking at it too simply. I always thought having kids was a sign of strength, of courage. But now, I realize it's not about how many kids you can handle. It's about how many kids you can actually raise well.
That's all we're saying. Make sure to give your kids the best possible chance at life. Isn't that what real faith looks like?
Shasha really got me thinking. I never saw it from her side before. Her emotional toll, the actual cost. I still believe children are blessings. But now I know I can't keep using that as a shield to avoid doing the work.
So what's this conclusion team? Are we really on the same mood? So I think we all agree that faith is beautiful, but it needs to be balanced with the action.
Yeah, and children are not just life accessory, they are human with needs, wants, and dreams. And we are just responsible for them as the parents.
Stop using your culture to cover up irresponsibility. Prepare for a family, take care of them. That's how you honor a blessing, by protecting it.
And give some space to mother to rest, to heal, to thrive, not even just survive.
And as a man, I'm saying this to all men listening. We have to do better. This isn't just a woman's job. It's our job too.
So guys, how was it? So if today's episode really hits you, sit with it, reflect it, and don't afraid to change it. Follow us at Russian.sayang podcast on Instagram and share us your thoughts. That's all from us. Bye!